We're so close to finishing the season, 6 matches unbeaten, but does the manner of the performance and the mentality show the progress that's been made this season?
Yeah, I think so, and I think it was right and proper performance for what we want to do for us and for our fans. There was obviously a lot of noise around the game for obvious reasons, but I think we've once again came to a ground like this and delivered a performance that can find a way to win, tough as it is at these places. And unfortunately, a really poor decision, in my opinion, goes against us. They'd had a couple of chances before that, as had we, but no, that's a poor decision for me, and it goes against you. And unfortunately, we don't end up being unbeaten this season due to that. But a lot of positives, to come out of another performance away from home and at a tough place like this.
I will just ask about the decision. You've said many times almost it's pointless the referee going over to the monitor because they rarely go against VI. Is it typical against us at the one time he does?
The title race, who would have thought it, eh? But the cynical cat that I am, I find that one a bit interesting. But anyways, what do? It goes against us today, and you're right. I always reference it because I think it's statistically correct. I'm not sure how many have been turned around, 2, maybe 3 in a season. That strongly suggests where it's at. For me, look, handball's a real contention. We all know that. Everyone debates where it's at. No one can quite define it. But that one for me, Tarky goes to make changes. He handballs it round Tarky. It lands in his path. He runs through, and they score from it. For me, that's just a no-brainer.
Back to the positives. This is an Arsenal team, as you said beforehand, super talented. They're battling for the title today, but the defensive resilience we showed throughout, or for the most part, but also a genuine threat on the counter as well.
Yeah, my only gripe, and it's been one of this season, I suppose, is so many times we're getting good positions on the counter and give away a bad pass or a sloppy pass, and that's something we've got to continue to look to improve because the players have quality. But the energy, the effort, the belief in what we're doing, that was quite cleler, I thought, and that's grown all season.
And the mentality we've said about many times, but subconsciously sometimes players, when their goals achieved, can, for want of a better phrase, have their flip-flops on. Anything but today.
No, absolutely, and I'm really pleased with that. And I've referenced that to the players afterwards because that's part of, I know I mention all the time, it's growing or building a mentality and growing it and looking after it. We want it to become a norm. We want it to be part of, automaticity, as I call it, part of their life when they just go, right, this is what we do. And I think we've shown signs of that, getting back to that, where regardless of the situation, end of season, beginning of the season, we play hard and we play hard to win. And I think that's certainly been a mentality that's improved no end this season.
We finished 15th. Many could argue that at the start of the season, after the challenges of previous campaigns, couple of campaigns, that we would have taken that alone. But we've come 15th after 2 points deductions. How proud are you of the players, your staff, the fans in the combined effort to achieve that?
No, very exactly that, very. I can't do my job without staff, and the staff can't work without players. And then the fans need something to chant for, and they've been terrific, and I don't say that easily because it's been a tough ride for them as well. When we've really needed them, particularly the obvious low point was the Chelsea game, but after that I thought they've been absolutely terrific. It would have been really easy to turn on me, to turn on the team. They didn't. Stayed absolutely steadfast. Took the knock that we took, felt awful about it, but they made sense of it, and I think they've been terrific. But also my staff as well and the players.
And if you look at the statistics, there's so many positives in terms of improvements from last season. So that really does show strong progress being made.
Yeah, and strong progress under a very, very big challenging season. We know that. So, it's easy to say this is the wheel of a ship in calm water, as they say. So my job's been to guide it through choppy water. I think we've done that. I'm very pleased with my own performance. I very rarely say that, by the way, but I am. I think I've taken a lot on this season and tried to stay calm and tried to stay truthful and tried to not make excuses. I've been really pleased with my performance amongst many others.
And you've always said from the moment you came to the club about the importance of the connection. Do you feel that's there now with yourself, the players, the fans as well? It has been a job well done despite a turbulence.
Yeah, look, it gets stretched when you're not winning. And, of course, we had a tough spell when we weren't. A lot of performances in that I thought were decent. When it's a stretch, can you just hang on in there? And I think everyone did. And then we got the rewards for that by the players coming out. That was some big performances and big results. And everyone grows tighter again. That connection grows stronger again. So, but it's got to be maintained. You can't. It's not a given. We've got to maintain it. And the only way to maintain it is get a team that can go out, wear the shirt with pride, wear the badge with pride, put their lot in and win games.
And just finally, you've never been one to sugarcoat the situation. That you've said there's challenges ahead. There's a lot of work to do. But I know you want to break first. But what next? What do you want to build on for the achievements from this season?
Well, some of it's off the pitch, so I've got to wait with news on that, of course, like we all have, and that's not an easy situation, I'm sure. I'm not involved in them talks, but I don't think it's easy to buy and sell football clubs and all the rest of it. Our part of that is continually making sense of the players we've got, because people forget that. I think we've got some very good players here. Firming up the contract situation where we can. Some players will leave and already have done. That's just part of the job. And then working in the market the best we can. But at the minute, obviously, the goalposts are varied because we're not quite sure where we're at with that. So it will constantly be a work in progress.